Okay, I'm gonna give you some tips on what you can do when you start getting stuck on some speeds here. So one thing I like to do often when I get up to a higher speed and I start struggling is I'll play at half time, half the speed. So let's say you're at 180 and it's becoming a real struggle. So like 2 or 3 times, play it as eighth notes instead of 16ths. So I forgot to shift my hand. So yeah, like 2 or 3 times, and then go back into the hand shift. So doing that, it's like kind of gives your brain a chance to put everything together better. I guess that's one way of putting it. At least that's how it feels for me. Another thing you can do is kind of like a start-stop approach. So you break it into even smaller chunks. So you basically go beat to beat, here to here, here to here, here to here, and so on. And then that can kind of help you get reestablished with what the pattern is. So demonstrating that. Yeah, that's right. Let's try that again. And you can also just do like the first line, because it's kind of confusing doing this and then jumping straight over to that. So maybe just do the first line a couple times. Shift my hand in a different place. But yeah, once you get that, and then you can go back into... So just a couple ideas there to break through any plateaus that you're going to hit. Let's see. Now this one, it's harder to do to play at half the speed, but you can do eighth notes instead, or break it into like the chunks kind of thing. So let's say you got, 205 last time. Let's just try, let me put this at 200. So doing like a string to string kind of thing, I think would be a good way to break it up. So instead of doing the whole and so on, just go. Letting the notes go, the paused notes go for 2 clicks there. It just feels easier to space it out that way. Since you're going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just, you can do it that way, but it's a little bit more challenging. So again, you get stuck on this speed here. Break it into chunks. Do it a few times this way. And then go into the whole thing. And again, you could do eighth notes because of the, looking at it as like 6 note groupings. But that might make it confusing because you've gone from doing 3 notes a click to just 2 notes a click. So if you want to do a halftime thing, you might just want to take the metronome, cut the speed in half or something close to it, and then jump it back up. So a couple ideas there. So hopefully that helps you get a little bit further with the speeds this time, because it should be more difficult because these are longer. So wouldn't expect you to get really much faster than what you did with the shorter ones. But now I want you to like implement these little plateau breaking ideas to see if you can get at least as fast as the shorter exercises or longer. I guess technically number 1 is the same length, it just has more notes. Anyway, so yeah, and then when you're working on number 3, you could also like map out the root notes themselves and just the root notes, and just kind of see like, okay, does it look like the root note to root note of each chord is a short distance away, instead of writing out the entire chord and then realizing, oh crap, I gotta erase this one and move it somewhere else. So like maybe map out the root notes for the chord progressions and then add in the rest of the notes to make the arpeggio thing complete. So if you have any questions with doing any of that stuff, let me know, and I will see you in 2 weeks.